G'day. Today we're going to tie a gold bomber. It's a fly tied, or essentially tied to imitate the gold bomber lure. The bomber long A, or whatever it's called. It was a lure that, and still is a lure that just accounts for a lot of barramundi in particular. The guys thought, well, you know, if that's working, then why can't that? You can fish it shallow, deep, depending on how you tie it. This one's going to be unweighted, so shallow. We've got what I'll be doing is tying on a 2.0, so a slightly bigger hook than what you just saw. It's an Ahrex SA270 blue water hook. Very similar hook to a Gamakatsu SL12S, but seems to be a tad larger. So we start off. Materials, I will tie a structure guard on this because it will be fished in the timber. You need some stick-on eyes. Today I'm going to use, as it's a bigger hook, I'm going to use a 60-pound hard mono for fluoro, for the structure guard. We've got some gold flash. This is bronze back. It's Northern Flash from Fly Ties Dungeon. We have some Congo hair, but you can use whatever you like for underneath. You'll see what I'm doing with that in a minute. And some super hair, or synthetic, just some black stuff to go over the top. Anyway, so we start back at the rear of the hook. Get a nice good shank of fibres. We probably want, we probably want a fly that extends maybe 2 hook lengths, maybe 2.5 hook lengths behind the fly. Anyway, I'll get started. So start off by tying in a little bit like how you would maybe a baitfish profile. To tie in one, then double it over. Just trying to just do enough to catch it in place. Turn it over. It is a bit of a fiddly fly. It's not super difficult, just a fiddly sort of couple of techniques to it. So this can be a little bit messy. Obviously you don't want to tie in too much more than what you need, but I will be trimming this as we go. So this shank, probably total about 2 inches shorter than the first. So I mean, we want a tapered baitfish profile. Again, we double it. Make sure it's even. Just catch it in. And there are many different ways that people will tie this fly. This is the tough way that I like to do it. It's the way that I find I get a much more consistent result compared to other techniques that I've tried. You're still going to get a little bit of tail wrapping, but because these fibres although they don't look it at the moment, are a little bit stiffer. They're less likely to wrap around the hook, and they provide a little bit of support for the flash. So as we move forward, the shanks get gradually shorter and shorter, providing that taper. Moving up to the front of the hook. You just keep doing this until you built it up sufficiently that it's provided the bulk that you need for the fly. Okay, so just before we finish bulking out the body, I'm going to tie in the weed guard. So I do prefer, I know that other people like a lot of different styles. I do prefer this forward loop, fishing in the timber. So I've crimped down the end there with some pliers, just to give it something to grip onto. Brilliant. So we're nearly at the point of it's starting to come together. It's looking a little bit like a baitfish. Yep. Okay, so I'll leave that to there. Now, before we go any further, if you haven't got one of these, which is a set of hairdresser's thinning scissors, go and see if you can find some. Go through, because we have put a lot of bulk into this fly, so what I'm going to try and do is thin it down. So you can see it really coming to shape. hit it with a comb just to get some of the excess out. And now we're ready for the body of the fly, or what will be visible as the body of the fly. So you want a good clump of flash. So I've actually got a clump of flash here. It would be close to about half the diameter of a pencil. Sort of tease out the ends a bit. Just make them a little bit uneven. So let's see what's going on here. Oh. And then we fold that back. And that's really all you need in terms of flash. Then we get some of the black super hair, so we don't need too much here. So just a thin clump. There's what, maybe 10 or 12 fibers or so in there, or maybe more. So again, we just want to trim it so you're happy with the length. And now you can use a reverse tie technique as well. Bring it all the way to the front of the hook. I don't think it's really necessary. It can look quite good. That's what I tried to do with the smaller fly at the start of the clip. So the eyes that I have for this, you'll notice that there's some little tags that you can tie in at the front. So grab your first eye. Let's see if I can do this. You just want to just on there. Then we grab our second eye, and we do the same on the other side, trying to get it even. Something I'm not very good at. We'll look finish. And it's important that we seal off the head here. So initially I'll use just a little bit of super thin, Raids that super thin. And it'll soak right into those materials there. Spinning. So it's in there, if you're happy with that. So now we use a little bit of Raids flex just to build up the head. And you can work in this until you're happy with it. You continue to build up the head. And continue until you're happy with how the head is. We just remove it from the vise. Some final trimming if you deem it necessary. And there we have Gold Bomber. Thanks for watching.